record high temperatures. It is going to vary quite dramatically, as I mentioned, across Corpus Christi. So we have 90s possible the closer you live to the airport. We'll still be in the upper 70s the closer you live to the Gulf. So our barrier islands will be in the 70s, Flowery Bluff, likely the 80s. Meanwhile, inland Corpus Christi, the 90s. So if you fall somewhere in the middle, kind of guess your temperature there. But it is going to be quite the warm day across the coastal bend. We are going to see plenty of sunshine. Our wind a little bit lighter, but still breezy. Our average high is 74. So let's check out that temperature map. I've changed it a little bit. I put the record high on there for several of our coastal bend cities. So you'll see Refugio may not reach the record because you're closer to the coast. Rockport likely not going to reach the record with a high of only 78 expected. Corpus Christi, though, 92. Now, this is the airport temperature. Flowery Bluff, areas along the south side, as well as areas along the bayfront, likely not going to reach the 90s. But at the airport, London, Chapman Ranch, all of these locations likely to get to 90. Robstown easily getting into the mid-90s, but we'll break the record of 89 there. Beeville will be a close call. If you can get up to 95, you'll break your record. Alice likely breaking the record with a high of 98. Kingsville, 97. The record's 95. Look at this. Falfurrias and Heronville could reach 100, as well as Freer. That would break all of those records as well. So it is going to be a rather hot day. Let's talk about why the temperature is so dramatic. It has a lot to do with our humidity. So right now, overnight, we are going to turn humid. That sea breeze kicked in. If you were out this evening as the sun was setting, the winds picked up. That was the sea breeze essentially bringing humidity back across the coastal bend, pushing that dry line back off to the west. But we're going to see the dry line take its shape across the coastal bend. You see that here. Dry air into the brush country, really humid air along the coast. So what that does is it keeps temperatures a little bit lower near the coast and much, much hotter for inland locations. This is also going to elevate our fire danger. However, look at those winds. The winds are looking pretty light into the brush country, so that's the bonus. Still rather gusty along the coast as well. Notice the wind also out of the north into the brush country, but that doesn't mean cooler air. That only means drier air in this scenario. We do get a cold front, a weak front, overnight Thursday into Friday. But before that happens, fire danger is still something we're watching. But remember, where the humidity is lowest, the winds are lightest, which is good. We don't want both high wind and low humidity. But we will have some gusty winds along the coast where the humidity is higher. We've got some dry vegetation as well because of our drought, which pretty much puts us at fire risk all spring long until we get some rain. Friday is our front, but you're barely going to notice it. Our humidity isn't really even going to drop. It's going to stay elevated a bit more behind the front because we won't have the dry line playing as big as a role. Temperatures falling back into the 80s as we look ahead to next week, but 90s are possible. Again, it's really going to be dependent if that dry line makes it to the airport. If it doesn't, Corpus Christi could stay in the 80s. So there's a chance it's a forecast bust, but I do think we get up into the 90s, specifically at the airport, and that's because of this dry line. It moves in into the afternoon. It pushes back off to the west, and then the cold front moves in. But this front, a spotty shower is possible, but overall, I see more of a foggy scenario playing out. High pressure builds back in very quickly, so we don't keep our northerly winds around. Instead, we see our winds shifting back out of the southeast, southeast there on Saturday. We're back full southeast by Sunday. Temperatures staying in the 80s. We keep cloud coverage, specifically overnight. Some patchy fog, pretty much possible even as we head into next week. And yeah, we're still above normal, even behind that front, but temperatures are expected to fall about 10 degrees.
But get ready for that sweaty Thursday, you guys, because the heat is on.
It is on, so hydrate. Very important when the heat is on.
Very much so. Carly, thank you so much.